Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so happy to have a conversation with actor and singer-songwriter Simone Miller. Currently, you can see Simone in the amazing show The Institute on MGM Plus. Thank you so much for being on my show. I am so excited to be talking with you.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Um, so, who do you most admire, and how has that affected the way you live your life?
Ooh, I would say who I most admire in my life would probably be my mom. She's always been like such an inspiration to me. She's also just the strongest woman that I know. She was really the one who pushed me into acting because originally I started acting when I was around 10 years old and I was a horrifically shy kid. Like I could not hold a conversation with anyone. I would look down, like couldn't bring myself to like communicate or talk to any other people just because I was so nervous and anxious. But I always had a huge love for the arts, and my mom was kind of the one to put me in acting as a way to kind of remedy that and get me out of my shell a little bit. But beyond that, she's just so like she's everything that I aspire to be as a woman, and I'm just so grateful to have her to look up to and guide me through, what can be sometimes a interesting industry.
Oh, I love that. That's incredible. Yeah. So what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Oh, I love that question. I would say, I mean, I love like going on long walks and kind of people watching, which I've said this in a few interviews and it makes me look creepy no matter how I say it. But I swear, like, I don't know, there's just something so genuine about like going on a walk and like say there's like a family or whatever, like walking in the park and just like catching them in a moment where it's just, just something so wholesome and humble and mundane, but I don't know, there's something so sweet about just like a family enjoying each other's company and being outside and playing in the sun or whatever. Like, I don't know, like I think just like those little like being able to catch those little moments that are so like devoid of like anything ostentatious or like big or performative. It's just very um sweet and not necessarily like a big event, but just small, simple human interaction, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the small things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I feel like it's the small things that mean more than like the big things, you know? Because at the
yeah,
like the small things are the things that like add up over time, whereas like the big things, it's like one big thing and then it's kind of just,
yeah,
gone, I guess.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So is there a song that you are currently obsessed with?
I mean, oh my gosh, I listen to so much music. I feel like it changes every day. Especially now, like I've been working on an album. So getting to work with like my producers, they're obviously just such they have the best recommendations because it's like, their job. So they're constantly giving me like so many new artists to like delve into and become obsessed with. But I would say right now, maybe Red Room by Hiatus Coyote.
Oh, I love that. I have not heard that song, so I'm writing that down.
I would definitely recommend I would like they're such an underrated band and I've been obsessed with their entire discography. Like it's definitely a little bit more um out there in the sense that it's not a standard pop, but it's very soulful.
Oh, I love that. What's their name again?
Hiatus Coyote.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I don't know why I completely missed the first word. Um, so thank you.
Oh my God, of
Um,
course.
I'm excited to listen to them. So thank you for the recommendation.
Anytime.
Um, if you had a warning label, what would yours be?
Oh my gosh. Um, it's kind of embarrassing, but it would probably be don't let don't let her hold breakables or clumsy or easily easily falls over. Something of that nature. Just something highlighting the fact that I'm so clumsy.
Okay, I feel like we were like destined to meet because I'm the same way. So,
It's so, oh my gosh. Like, honestly, I've grown to like laugh it off, but it was the worst growing up in the film industry because it's so funny now because like I'll go back on all the projects that I watch and like they never let me hold props because they're like, first of all, you're gonna break this. We don't have to reset it. Or like, even in the Institute in our last episode, there was just a lot of running going on. And it's just not my forte. And I was just like constantly tripping to the point where our director Jack was like, "You know what? You got a limp. You got a limp, Kalisha. She hit her ankle at some point. We'll get the shot, but you have a limp, so you're totally fine." And I was like,
I
"Okay."
love that.
Yeah. It's like I love collaborative process. I love
Yeah,
that. You know what? We're integrating a little bit of myself here, and that's okay.
yeah, I love that. Yeah, I can just trip over nothing. So,
Seriously. I swear
yeah,
the ground just loves us. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
the ground just wants more quality time and who are
yeah,
we to deny it of that, you know?
yeah, exactly. What is the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Ooh, the biggest obstacle I think for me would just be I guess learning to really trust myself. I think for a really long time being starting in acting so young, there was always kind of uh this incentive and trepidation like stepping onto any set where I would always just be like, I'm so sorry. Like if I did a line wrong, my God, it was like the end of the world for me. Like I was profusely apologizing, like always just so terrified to like mess up because at the end of the day, like it is a huge body of work working in film. Like there's so many people attached and devoted to making one project. So in my head, I was just like, I'm just one cog in the great beast of production that this is. And if I mess it up, like I'm also letting down like a plethora of other people who are putting in their time, effort, um, and money into this. And it was kind of like um, it not prohibited me from reaching my full potential, but in a sense, it made me really nervous to experiment and play. And I feel like that's such a big part of acting, where you always want to be able to have a sense of spontaneity in the way you're delivering your lines and how you approach a scene. And also just have that fluidity and not feel so stiff because you're terrified of what if this choice isn't the right choice? What if this choice isn't what the director wants? So I think for me, it was just learning to really breathe and take a step back and finding the fun in it because at the end of the day like acting is such like it's such a stupid job and I love it, you know what I mean? Like I tell my friends all the time like I literally just talk to a camera, like I just repeat words that are written on paper, which is a really, you know, dumbed down way of a beautiful art form which I'm so devoted to and love, but at the end of the day, like it's not that serious, you know? Like it's okay. I'm human. Our characters are human. If they were perfect and there's nothing that grounds them in humanity and therefore they're not relatable. So it's okay if, you know, maybe I slur a word or like I trip up a little bit, you know? Like
Yeah,
that's part of the beauty of film and creation.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can definitely relate to like questioning myself all. And yeah, apologizing for things I should not be apologizing for.
Mhm.
Things that I'm still trying to work on. So,
Of course. I mean, it's one step at a time. Like, still to this day, like everyone says I'm so apologetic, and it's like, well, you know what? I'm Canadian, so leave me alone. It's kind of in my DNA, just a little bit. Um, but yeah, even like I remember the first web series that I booked after we wrapped, the director, Joe Keatsack, who's still such an inspiration to me, he wrote me a little card just to be like, thank you so much for this season. Like, you did great, whatever. And I'll never forget, he was like, stop apologizing. You don't need to apologize for taking up space that you earned. And that is something that really stuck with me. And I actually like have that letter framed. It's like on my wall and it's always, if I'm ever too much in my head, like it's always just a great grounding point for me to be like, yeah, you know what? I got this. Like I got casted here for a reason. Like I wouldn't be here if I didn't deserve to be to some capacity, which is like hard to hear, you know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah. I love that though. I love, yeah. I think that that note just seems like such a great thing to always be able to look at.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I am a pop culture obsessed and go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Yes. I have been binging Dexter recently. Because of the revival, I'm like, okay, no, I need to start from season one all the way through. I want to get through the entire series, and I've been loving it. I loved you, and I know a lot of that show was based off of Dexter in terms of like kind of like the story arc of a killer who has like some sort of moral high ground, but that becomes very warped. And I just love I love the way that it plays with your feelings and like the tension of it all. So yeah, I've been obsessed with that at the moment.
Oh, I love that. I actually I've never seen that show, so I
If you're squeamish, maybe I wouldn't recommend, but
yeah.
if if you're like, because I was also really obsessed with like true crime documentaries and like things of that nature, like if that's kind of your jam, you would love Dexter.
Okay, then yeah, I don't think I will like it. I mean I loved you. I loved that show and I actually didn't know that it was based a lot of it was based on Dexter, but I can't do like any true crime because it freaks me out too much. So
That's so honestly, like I love true crime, but I always make a point to only kind of look up on stories that aren't in my area. Because if it's anywhere like in Canada, I'm like, no, 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 no. Because if it's like not around me, I can, kind of remove myself from it a little bit. But
oh,
if you
yeah.
start saying names and I recognize those streets, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's so many shows that I'm obsessed with. I was obsessed with The Institute. I love that show. And actually Ben Barnes, I have his music on repeat all the time. Um, so it was I'd watch The Institute and then I'd like go and listen to his music. So
Oh my gosh, Ben is incredible. And also something about him, he is constantly singing. It's beautiful. Like I swear there would be like a moment of silence or like a lull in the conversation and he'll just start like humming and I'm like, you are an angel. It's the voice of an angel. Like
yeah.
he's constantly like humming or like singing to some capacity and I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I love your music. I also have your music on repeat a lot. Um, do you have a specific songwriting process?
I say honestly, like it's very different song to song for me. I'm not necessarily somebody who's like, okay, this day I'm gonna write this, I'm gonna sit down, and this is what I'm gonna get done. Like for me, it's very not necessarily spontaneous, but I like I can't really control when I get hit with waves of inspiration because for me like lyric and melody come at the same time for me. So I'll literally like sometimes I'm driving and I'm just like randomly humming along to a song and then I'm like, wait, this, and then I'll get an idea. And then I kind of am always like really quick to try and jot it down or like record a voice note or something just so I have like the initial integrity of what I'm trying to write. And then when I'm able to get to a piano and really just like flesh it out, um, I'll go from there. But I would say I just love sitting at the piano and seeing where it takes me. I find like the best lyrics and the best music that I've written comes when it feels like the song is coming through me as opposed to from me. I don't know. I don't know necessarily how to describe it, but there's something so intimate about getting to sit at a piano with nothing but your feelings and just seeing where that takes you. Um, which is like one of my favorite things in the world. Like it I literally lost all of my days off to just sitting at my piano, and I would not have it any other way. Um, but yeah, I think I don't necessarily have a specific process, but I would like that's kind of usually how it goes, where I'll have an idea, and then as soon as I'm able to get to a piano, just kind of melt into whatever whatever it is that I've kind of initially been hit with, and go from there. And then, if I have the opportunity to later, I'll bring it to a producer, and then, we further flesh it out from there, adding more instrumentation, which just breathes so much more life into a song. And a lot of the times, even in that stage, I'll do a lot of rewriting because maybe initially, like the song was supposed to be slower or more sad or whatever, and then I'll bring it up to my producers, and they just add so much life to it, where it's like, no, I need to reshape it to fit to serve the song necessarily, to
Yeah.
serve what the song is becoming and appreciating it for the body of work that it is now as opposed to what I thought it would be. And I think that's beautiful. It's just the process of watching it go from just an idea that I had in my head or like a voice note to a song, like a fully fledged out idea.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love writing song lyrics, so I always love hearing other people's writing process. I think it's very cool to learn about that.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it's also really unique to every person. Like, I don't think one single songwriter has the same process as another. So, like, it's really interesting because I feel like it's also really indicative of the person themselves, like your process.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, so is there a song of yours that is your favorite?
Ooh, okay. Out of the songs that I have out, I would say Older. I wrote that on, it was actually, I wrote that as I was turning 16, I believe. I've always been like I don't know. I'm one of those people who just doesn't really like jive with my birthday. I don't know. It's just I always kind of had this complex of like I didn't achieve everything I wanted to by the time I hit this age, or especially like at the time it was during COVID, so I felt that didn't necessarily have the opportunity to experience being a teenager to my full capacity just because we were in lockdown. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm really proud of that song because it was kind of the first time that I was really honest in my writing, as opposed to just like kind of writing from stories that weren't necessarily mine. Whereas this one just felt really personal, and I'm really proud of what it became, especially like following with the music video that I was able to make. Um, but I would say now I'm working on an album, and I will say my favorite song is probably What's the Difference? And it's a very, I guess, kind of standard ballad, very like contemporary. Um, and I wrote it based off of one of my favorite films called What Dreams May Come. And I don't know, like the way it came to me, it just felt so synonymous with like how I was saying before. I love when a song feels like it comes through me as opposed to from me. Something about it just felt so perfect. Like the process of writing it felt perfect. Bringing it to my producers felt perfect. Like everything just fell into place in a way that I don't know, like it was almost out of my hands, but I'm just so proud. I think they're definitely the best lyrics that I've written for sure.
Oh wow, I love that. Yeah, I can't wait to hear all your new music.
Thank you. I can't wait to finally put it out. My gosh.
So is there an artist or a song that you consider to be the gold standard when it comes to songwriting and storytelling?
Ooh. I will, my biggest songwriting inspiration is Lizzie McAlpine. I love her. Oh my goodness. Like just the way that she's able to, like within her lyrics, tell a story, but make it feel like she's talking about you, which is like just such a specific thing that she nails every single time. And also like the way she writes her melody lines and chord progressions it's also contingent of like the story that she's trying to tell. So like for example, like if she's talking about something that's kind of ambiguous or something she's unsure of, she'll use an open chord. So like she'll use the root of a chord, but not put in the chords that make it either a happy sounding chord or a sad sounding chord. So it's kind of like in the middle, and you kind of feel that eeriness of not knowing what the chord's supposed to be. And it's kind of a thing that like you, as you know, a consumer and someone who maybe doesn't know or have the knowledge of music theory, you don't necessarily know what it is about like this chord, about like this part of the song that feels eerie or like you don't know what's going on, but you feel it. Um, and I would say there's so many of her songs that do this. But maybe, ooh, I, I love Chemtrails by Lizzie McAlpine. It's gorgeous. It's very simple, just keys and her voice, but um yeah, it tells a story, and it's like one song that it doesn't matter like what mood I'm in when I'm listening to it. By the time the song is over, there are tears streaming down my face.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I feel like there's so many artists out there with just like incredible lyrics and yeah. Yeah, for me like it's yeah, like Macy Peters and MGK. I'm obsessed with their music. So it's like any of their songs.
hmm
Yeah.
There's something so special about like finding an artist that you feel really resonates with you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's very personal.
definitely. Yeah,
hmm
definitely. Um, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
I would say definitely, honestly, kind of a drama thriller. I feel like there's always something like going on in my life. My friends love it because they're like, okay, if I ever need entertainment, I know exactly who I'm going to call. But I feel like I exist on a very high and low swinging pendulum. Like there's always like they're very high highs and very low lows, and I feel like I wouldn't have it any other way. I kind of have always existed in chaos, and being still is weird to me. Like if anything's just like normal and calm, I'm like, okay, what's going on, what's next, just like hit me with it because I don't know when it's coming, so just let it happen now. But yeah, I would definitely say like a drama thriller.
I love that. I would definitely watch that movie.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love thrillers, so
Thrillers are fun. You know what? Like, yes, it's high stakes, but like, I love thrillers. Like, thrillers are my favorite films to watch for sure, because it's like getting your heart beating.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love thrillers and I think I definitely want my life story to be both a rom-com and a musical because I'm like I love thrillers, but I don't think I'd want it to be a thriller. So yeah,
No, but I love that. Oh my gosh, rom-coms are the best because like rom-coms, like
yeah,
you can watch in any mood. Like they cheer you up when you're sad. When you're in
yeah,
a good mood, it just makes you feel better. Like I love
yeah,
love. I love love.
definitely. Yeah, me too. Yeah, so yeah, that is definitely what I aspire my life to be. So
Actually, I like your answer better. I need to romanticize my life a little bit more. Actually, yeah. I'm hopping on your train for that one.
okay, yes, you're welcome to. Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
Irrational fears. Ah, I definitely do, but I can't think of one off the top of my head at the moment. Irrational fears. Oh, actually, yeah. I have like it's so stupid, but like you know the stairs that are like floating stairs where you can kind of see through them as you're walking
Oh
up?
yeah.
No. Just no. I'm not even scared of heights necessarily. It's just like I have this irrational fear that I'm going to like slip through it somehow, which doesn't make sense. Like first of all, I don't know who gave me this complex of like I'm the size of like a sheet of single paper. Like that's not gonna happen. But like also it's never like the likelihood of it happening is zero to none. But I guess I mean never zero. But I don't know. Something about being able to just see the ground as I'm looking at the stairs just does not
Yeah.
agree with me.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get that. I feel like being clumsy, it's more more anxiety provoking than for people who are able to stay upright.
I feel like it's taunting me. It's like, listen, you see this. This is your future right here. Like, what? Look through the cracks. Like, one wrong step. That's you, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brain's just one big irrational fear, so I feel like it's not very like I feel like it's not always great to ask people that question because my brain is always like, I understand that. So
Or like, do you ever get that thing where it's like someone will like say their rational fear, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll add that to the list. Thank you.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I never thought to be scared of that, but thanks for teaching me a new thing today. I learned. I learned
Yeah,
today.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um, so do you have a go-to show or movie that you turn on when you just want to like tune out the world?
Mm. For sure. I mean, I feel like this is a lot of people's answer, but Friends, I mean, I love that show so much. It's just such a comfort show and when I first started watching it, I would watch it with my friends. So like it just brings back those memories of like laughing alongside them and like it's arguably one of the most quotable TV shows
Yeah.
of all time. Let's be so honest.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
yeah, I would definitely say Friends.
Yeah.
In terms of film, I love I love thrillers and I love like stories that are kind of I guess really amplified because in a way it transports you into their world, like into a world that just seems um so different and so like I love that about film where it's able to kind of grab you from wherever you are in your life and bring it into that world and
Yeah.
kind of getting to experience it for whatever period of time the movie is. Um, so I would say Memento because it's such like you almost get whiplash from like the way it intercuts between the past, present, um, and like and the main character like trying to remember and piece together this story. But I love it because it's like it you could watch it a million times and always find something new to fixate on or always find like a new tidbit or Easter egg that you didn't necessarily pay attention to before that just really makes you appreciate the genius and brilliance of the film itself each time. So yeah, I would say Memento in
Oh,
terms of.
I love that. Yeah, I have a long list that I just rotate between, and Friends is definitely one of my comfort shows too. Um, so yeah, I haven't actually seen Memento, so I
Highly recommend. But it's one of those films where like it makes you think, like you need to think and pay attention. So like it's one of those films where you gotta like buckle down and like it's not one of those shows or like films that you can kind of put on in the background and like tune in and tune out to, you know? It's one of those
yeah.
that you really gotta like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I've never watched it because like knowing you have to pay such close attention to it. Like I can pay attention to a movie, but movies like that just kind of like really confuse me. So
Mhm.
I think that's why I've never watched it. So
No, that's fair. But that's also why I love Friends because it's one of those
yeah,
it's just a show that you can put on and enjoy thinklessly. Like
yeah,
it kind of just washes over you and you're just like enjoying it. You don't have to like pay attention
yeah.
too much or yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a feel good show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a tradition on like every Thanksgiving. I just go and watch the Thanksgiving episodes of Friends. I do that every year. And so
I love
yeah,
that.
that's
No,
my own personal tradition. So
I do the same thing with Brooklyn Nine-Nine and all the Halloween episodes. The
oh
Halloween
yeah.
Heights, love so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is another comfort show of mine.
I just love the banter. Like I love
Yeah.
quick humor.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is by Gemma Troy, and it's remember your words can plant gardens or burn whole forests down. Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Hmm. Well, I love that quote, first of all. Like I feel like, ah, that's gorgeous. And it really encapsulates that words have impact. Like I feel like because it's such a thoughtless, it can be such a thoughtless thing to just like spill your guts, whatever, but really paying attention to your words and how you use them, yeah, just exactly that. Like I love that quote. Quote that's inspired me recently. Ooh, maybe I'm gonna circle back to that quote that the that Joe Keatsack, the director that I was talking about, he wrote for me. The don't be overly apologetic for taking up space that you've earned, because I feel like that can be a really hard thing, um, especially as you know, women. Just being able to say, yeah, you know what, I worked for the opportunity that I've been given, and I'm proud of myself for being here. And yeah, I think growing into allowing myself to, you know, pat myself on the back a little bit. I think that's something that I'm learning to do more and more every day. But yeah, that's always a quote that I'll go back to when I feel like I'm getting too much in my head. Because at the end of the day, I I always say like in terms of when I'm acting, like I wouldn't have booked this role if the director didn't see something in me. So I'm gonna approach the character the way that I want to approach the character, and you know, it's always a very collaborative process, and I'm okay with that. But you know, I don't have to be so nervous or anxious stepping onto set because, you know, I'm here for a reason.
Yeah. I love that quote. So um yeah, I love that. Um that was my final question for you. Um
Mm.
thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I've had the best time talking with you.
Oh my gosh, likewise. Thank you so much. I've been so excited to like be featured on your podcast. Like I was so excited when you reached out to me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, me?" Um, but yeah, no, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure and such a treat to get to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've just had the best time talking with you. You made my day. So thank you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.